Hi, English students. My name is Anne, and I'm one of the Phoenix College librarians. This is just a short video to highlight some of the issues or problems you might notice in citations that you get from our databases. This is an example of a citation from an EBSCO database, and we subscribe to many different databases from EBSCO. For the most part, the citation is correct, except right at this point where it says EBSCOhost. That's the name of the company. Instead, you want to place the name of the database in the citation. In this case, instead of EBSCOhost, I would have written Academic Search Premier, the specific EBSCO database where I got this article. Here's another example. This is from a ProQuest database called General OneFile. There are many problems with this citation. First of all, the capitalization. Notice that it's not following MLA capitalization rule. Instead, it's capitalizing every single letter of every single word. So you always want to check capitalization. Another minor problem here is that it left on the HTTPS. In MLA rules, you don't include that when putting in the URL. Finally, I also want to point out this access date. This is not required by MLA. Access dates are used when you think the information might change. This would not be the case with something that was formally published, for example, in a journal article such as this one. Here's my last example. This is from another ProQuest database called Ethnic News Watch. Notice we have that same capitalization problem. But then also something looks really weird here. There's no longer the volume and the issue number. They're not spelled out. They just use 35.1. We have that problem just saying ProQuest instead of the database name. And then what the heck is this? What's going on there? Notice up here, the citation style being used here is the 7th edition, and we use the 8th edition, which was not available in this database. If you see a citation that has a lot of missing elements or that has that word web, or it might say in this case print, that's an old style of MLA and you have to redo the citation all over again. So what do you do when this happens? What I recommend is go ahead and copy and paste citations, but then check them against our citation guide. This is the library's homepage. You click on Citing Help, then click on MLA 8th edition. And I'm going to go to citation examples and just take your citation that you pulled from the database. So it would probably be something that looked like this, a magazine, newspaper, journal article from a database, and compare it to what you have here. Another option is to go to Purdue University, the Purdue OWL Writing Lab, looking at their MLA Works Cited instructions. In this case, you can jump to different sources, such as electronic sources. And they too will have some examples on how a citation from a database would look like. If you have any questions, and I apologize that our databases don't cite better, if you go back to the library's homepage, you can meet with a librarian. So you can come to our reference desk, you can use our 24/7 chat service. Here are hours for our reference desk. We also have something called Research Coach. And if you click on Research Coach, this allows you to schedule a one-on-one appointment with a librarian who can help you with your citations. So I'm just going to click on Schedule an Appointment. This is me, Anne, and you get a sense of when I'm available, and you just click on a time and you come and we meet in my office. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask for help. Just to recap, the things that you want to look for that might be wrong in your citations I have a top 10 list, no, it's not that many, are to look at the capitalization, especially the title of the article, to make sure it's following MLA rules. Double check that the HTTP and the HTTPS are not with the URL. List the database name instead of the vendor name, like EBSCOhost or ProQuest. Don't list those. Try to list a specific database if you can find it, if you can figure that out. And consider maybe removing the access date. That's not necessary when it's something formally published. And finally, most of all, if you see a citation that does not look at all similar to the other citations that might be using the MLA 7th edition, and you want to rewrite that one to follow the 8th edition.